Hey guys, it's me, welcome back to my channel. Today we're watching episode 4, 5, 6 of Stay With Me, the Chinese BL. What's it? So we left off episode 3. We kind of got them like starting their relationship in a way. And I asked this question, is this a BL or a bromance? And I got a lot of mixed like answer to this. A lot of people say it's a BL, a lot of people say it's a bromance, but I'm calling it a BL for now. Because of I've been watching much reviews from like on Douyin, the Chinese TikTok and stuff like that, behind the scenes, everybody, and most people who are reviewing it like are calling it a BL, a Chinese BL, and stuff like that. I'm not sure if there's gonna be kisses in it, but pretty like people are perfect copies. The way like even though if they don't like make like kiss each other or stuff like that, it is pretty clear that like they have these romantic feelings for each other. I think in one of the episodes, I think WuBi does say that like he's mine, like stuff like that. So he gets jealous and everything. So like, I don't know. I'm just following what the Chinese like media is saying, and they're calling it a BL. So I'm calling it a BL. So that's what it is. Like, it's obviously not the NC scenes that we see in Thai BL and stuff like that, but in many sense, like the story and the relationship does seem like a romantic relationship with them. I can't say anything about that. I honestly would have to judge as I watch, but for now I'm just gonna call it a BL series. And I had a few questions and I figured out as I was doing my little research on this, and I was questioning like, is this, I kind of like thought maybe this is show was taking place like in the past, but I never really like got confirmation until recently. This does take place in 2006, so that's why they're having older phones and stuff like that. And I'm not sure if this is gonna have like, are they gonna time jump to present time or what, or it's just gonna take place in 2006 throughout the whole series. I think you guys probably know already by now or stuff like that. I don't know. I actually generally don't know. But it does take place in 2006 and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't have much else to say. I'm excited to see how this continues to go and how they develop their rich relationship with SuYu and WuBi. But without further ado, let's go.
终于吃到你请的冰激凌了，你确定不尝一口？不爱吃甜的。哎呦，你尝一口嘛，来。
Oh, oh. Ready. Somebody's gonna get jealous. Oh! Right there, I can smell the jealousy already. Look at this man. Oh, look at that face. Not the right time, girl. Not the right time. Do you see his eyebrow? They're about to stick together. It's like for him.
哎，你事故倒骑车吗？怎么倒着骑？我扶着车把，你面冲着我，倒着蹬。
Oh, that's so romantic.
试一试啊，可好？
That's romantic. Staring at each other.
上。
This man is like full off flirting. He's like, I'm poor now. I can flirt with you. Look at this. Look at this. They're gonna stare at each other's eyes. Oh my god, can we zoom in? I need to see this cute moment. Zoom in. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at how close they are. They'll stare at each other's eyes. Oh. The smile! Stop! Stop! I'm living! Like, no, like, shut up! Find me a cuter scene in a BL. I dare you. So that was our reaction to episode 4, 5, 6 of Stay With Me, and honestly, I love the show. It's so fun. I think, you know, there's like the ups and downs. We see a lot of cute relationship movements between them, like developing like their comfortability with each other and just the closeness they have, and just like they're bonding over a lot of things. Like, it's editor Tiffany here. Oh, there's a glare. Let me take that off. Okay, I can't see anything, but I have a few things to say about this episode that I totally forgot to say. I remembered as I was editing. video and remembered, but there's two things I want to say. One, these two are both negative. I'm sorry, but I just remembered them as I was editing. It's one, the constant inconsistency. Like, I've seen a fair share of my dramas that have been filmed in a different time. So this is supposed to be set in 2006, and the phones and stuff like that, and I think it's pretty consistent. But I'm sorry, but some of the settings and some of the things that they're using, like especially clothing wise, are 100% not within that time. And like, I felt that this production being, they're trying really hard to make it consistent, like with the phones and the computers and the set design, that if they should have put more effort into the stuff that they're using and like making it closer to that time. Like, a lot of the items, especially the clothing that SuYu and WuBi wears, are so like fashion forward currently within like maybe like past 1 or 2 years, and now that it's just hard for me to believe that this show was based in 2006. And I think the biggest part of why I was confused, that I didn't know that it was so like in the past, was the fact that when WuBi came into this, like the first time we saw him, that Dior jacket was so like fashion forward that I thought that this was a modern day show, if you know what I mean. Like, that's my biggest problem with that. When I keep watching it, kind of brought me out throughout the episode, especially these 3 episodes that I just watched. It brought me out of the moment. You're immersing in this moment where it's supposed to be, you know, these 2 kids who are suffering from both traumatic childhoods and are bonding and growing together, but then you see, wait a minute, this set, what they're trying to tell the story, does not fit the things that I'm seeing. I think that's a bigger problem for me right now. And like, this show overall is pretty good. It's just the immersion of my mind is it's hard for me to like go through right now. And like, I've seen a fair share of Chinese dramas that are set in around the early 2000s, maybe in the 90s. They're able to recreate these scenes with the clothing and everything really, really well. So I know they're able to do it, but this show just was not doing it the right way, I think, and they didn't put in the effort into the clothing, I think. And some of the sort of things, like the things that they're showing, like the cars, I'm okay with. They could have done better, but there's certain scenes here and there when they're walking, especially outside. I know it's hard, but like, they should have put at least some effort in designing the outdoor sets to look slightly more like in the 2000s, early 2000s and stuff like that. There are certain scenes, especially when they're panning to the cities, like the transition shots are another big problem. The transition shots are too modern, that they should have chosen. Like, I bet there's hundreds of like transition shots they could have used for it, and they just didn't choose the right one. I think that's a big part too, and why I thought it was a more modern show. And the second part is the fact that they used a Taiwanese girl in that scene. And in many ways, I feel like Taiwanese girls have been sexualized in Chinese, in like mainland China dramas, of their accent. You know, we are, as a Taiwanese myself, I've always seen us being portrayed as this very cute, sweet, you know, like innocent, pure girls and stuff like that. And like, they using that like stereotype, I don't know, for some reason just make me feel off a little bit. Like, at the beginning, I thought she was just like a small like character they just put in as a little, as for fun, but she's gonna be a constant sub character throughout this series. I'm gonna have a bigger problem with that, because like, in a way, they're using a stereotype of what Taiwanese girls are supposed to be like. And like, this type of like character has been used a lot in mainland China series and stuff like that in the past, but recently, I don't know if it's political or not, but these type of characters are not used a lot anymore. And like, I get it, it's a 2006 like setting. At the same time, you know, we are watching this in modern day. We can use different characters. There are other ways to write a character that is innocent too. You don't have to make her that stereotype, you know. It bothers me a little bit. I think episode 4, we focused a lot more on the family aspect of the story. Like, we were building this like new family between like the kids, DouDou's mom, and then obviously SuYu's dad, and in a way they're like making their own family. You know, you got the younger sister and the two older brother always taking care of him, like the way that WuBi bought like gifts and stuff, like, and talking about their lives, because like all three of these kids have a very like similar experience of losing a parent or like getting abandoned by a parent and stuff like that, and just like being raised by a single parent pretty much, and just like their experience and stuff like that. It's all individually different, but a collective feeling of losing somebody they love and stuff like that. And in a way, all three of them are a lot more mature than what their age seems to be. Like WuBi, I think though he seems, there's a huge ass bee by the window, but I think WuBi's, even though he is more shown as this like reckless child, he's a lot more aware of the situation. He is more, I think, naive compared to SuYu or DouDou in an aspect of what their experience life, because he was born in a richer family. He got everything handed to him, but at the same time he has his hardship, his difficulties that he's struggling with, like the loneliness he felt, like in aspect compared to DouDou and SuYu, where they got all the love from their one parent, but they still struggle in the other aspect, like for money wise and stuff like that. So like, you know, there's difference to them, but they have the collective experience that they have makes them, the three of them, bond very well together. And then like both SuYu's dad and DouDou's mom both like established as like the really loving parent figure for all three of them, and like just like making it like nice close knit family that we see that throughout the episodes. And episode 5 and 6 goes into the relationship and the continuation of the lie that WuBi is creating to get closer to SuYu and everything. And I think, like, you know, we see in this episode, the more you lie, the more potholes there is, because we can see the differences and everything. I don't know if SuYu just is like trying not to think as hard about it and want to trust him and trust his dad, so he's not thinking like there's a lot of potholes, like that when he said he does night shift, but he says he's working at 6 a.m. doing stakeouts and stuff like that, and holding the dad and stuff like that. So that part, and I'm really interested in how they're gonna like how this event's gonna go. I remember watching it, I think in Addicted there was a big moment there. I think it was like a fight and stuff like that, but at the end, like, they're gonna be very understanding of the situation. So yeah, at this end of the episode, I was honestly, my favorite part of this episode, this 3 episodes, number 1 is that bike moment where they were like sitting on front of each other and just like staring and laughing, just like it's just so cute, you know. It's so coming of age romance moment that like it makes your heart flutter, and that's like my favorite scene. And another very interesting part, not my favorite, but it's very interesting part, because pushing the bigger story is when SuYu's mom, WuBi's stepmom, decided to go there, and then like there's a moment where like, are we gonna have this big explosion finding out that how SuYu and WuBi is kind of our stepbrothers and stuff like that, like, but at the end of the day we're like, oh wait, no, it's not that. But I think that because we didn't see much of the situation, and I don't know if they're gonna make it like that, because it could be that the mom just doesn't know that SuYu goes to the school at all, because he doesn't have the chance to talk to other parents after the teacher pulled her away. But like, if is the mom, I feel like the mom is gonna be the first one finding out. She's gonna realize it, and she's not gonna say anything. She wants the 2 brothers to bond, but I think at the end of the day, she's gonna be so like missing her son that she's gonna like say it out loud one day, and that's how SuYu's gonna find out. I think that's what happened in. It was similar where like she found out and she got so excited that these 2 know each other that she like kind of like went into their lives and stuff like that, and ruining and making SuYu, or whatever his character's name in the Addicted series, said. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm very tempted. I'm probably gonna watch episode 7 later today. I just need to transfer my things, because this video is a little too long for me to continue recording, but I'll make another reaction to episode 7. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and thank you guys so much on Patreon for the full support, for the full reaction. See you guys next time. Bye.